We're Danny and Kate, and this is Paco. We recently bought 12 acres of land in the Spanish mountains. Follow the journey as two DIY novices with tons of enthusiasm but not quite as much know-how. Renovate a small stone barn into the tiny house of our dreams and bring the land back into full production. But first, before we rip the roof off our brand new home, we need somewhere to stay. Welcome to the Cabin Build series. Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Smithsdale Farm. This is the 6th episode of our cabin build series. This weekend we have some visitors on the land, some very special guests who are going to help us with the next step of building the cabin. We're going to be working on the light steel frame to construct the walls and the roof of the cabin. As it's their first time on the land, we're going to take them for a little tour.
Through the fields of our paths, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107 days, but recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer. So clear.
After a quick coffee, it's time to get going on the walls. So with this whole back wall, we're going to attach the two pieces together. So we're actually going to remove one of these struts. We can have a joint which goes halfway between two of these struts, and then it means that this wall is going to be all connected. It's going to be nice and strong, and we'll have a little piece of the C shape which just connects these two pieces together so that they're all locked together nice and tight, but not underneath one of the struts, so it doesn't affect the kind of stability of this bit here. So we're just doing that now, and then we'll start to attach them all together.
So we've got the bottom track here. So the track is a U-shaped piece, and then we also have a strut, and a strut is a C-shaped piece. And then these fit nicely inside when you screw them together with like metal to metal screws, and they form a very nice rigid structure. We've also done some extensions using the same system, so we've got two U shapes. So that's the U, this is a U, then we've used a C shape in the middle here to join the two pieces together, rather than bolting two walls together, and it feels very sturdy.
For this support piece that goes through the middle, we're cutting little notches in the crossbeam so that we can slot the struts all the way through. We're just getting this nice and square along here, making sure this is tapped up against it so that this is all in line, and then putting a screw straight through these bits. So one of the walls is already done, and we're just starting on one of the second walls now. So you really notice when you have people on site who know what they're doing. Massive thank you to Gareth and Raven for coming to help us. He has helped us to figure out exactly what we're doing. So we now have a full frame already done. This is the wall that's not going to have any windows or anything in it. Then we have started the other frame behind us as well. That's the other side that doesn't have any window or anything in it either. So 2 simple ones. Figured it all out. We know what we're doing with all the angles and everything, which is great. And then now we can crack on when we get back up here tomorrow and figure the rest of them out when we're putting in the window and the door. And now we're just going to head back down the mountain to the little apartment that we're all staying in together.
So this morning we're back on the land again, and we made a little mistake yesterday afternoon, end of the day. We kind of didn't calculate for the thickness of the wall when putting on the side wall, so we're just rejigging that this morning. We're going to keep the end piece because that will stay as 3 meters, but then on the other side we need to bring that in 7 centimeters, which is the thickness of the beams. And so we're just cutting those down now, and it's changed the angle of the pitch of the roof. So it's gone from 16 to 17, so we're just grinding off the ends a little bit as well. So coming up to the end of the second day, and we've got quite a lot done. We've done 3 walls now, and we're just working our way on the 4th, and we're hoping by the end of today we'll have the 4th wall finished and maybe even get one up, which is luck. So this is the back wall that they're putting the centre strut on now. And this position here is where the window will go, which we went down and bought yesterday. It's going to be 1 metre 15 up by 1 metre across. So we've done this bottom, well, this central support, we're putting at the height that we'd like the window. And then we're going to have 2 struts running up the centre here as support for underneath the window. And then we'll put the top lintel with some studs in after we've put the window in, or during putting the window in.
That was a little bit of a race against time at the end, but we've got all 4 walls done now. So when we come back tomorrow, we can start putting the walls up and then brace them. I really can't believe how fast we've been able to get so much of this done. And yeah, it's really exciting to see everything kind of coming together. So tomorrow we'll try and do as much as we can to get that put together and stable. But for now, we're going to end tonight by going back over to the little casita that we're staying in and relaxing for the evening. Good morning. It's day number 3 on the walls build. We're going to get cracking and see what we can get done. We're really hoping that we might be able to get all 4 walls up and potentially get the roof on too.
So we've got the 3 walls up now, and it's a lot more rigid than you think it's going to be. As you can see, it's a little higher than we were anticipating. Obviously we knew the measurements we'd chosen, but now it's up. It does seem quite large.
It's amazing how once you put the walls up, you start to be able to kind of envisage what it's going to be like here. This is going to be the little kind of kitchen area. So imagine standing here, doing the washing up or cooking and looking out at that view through the window. I am really, honestly, so surprised at how quickly this has gone together. People told us that this light steel frame was really easy to construct and very fast to put together, and actually now we totally believe them. It has gone together so much faster than we anticipated. We were honestly thinking that by the end of this weekend we might have 1 or maybe 2 walls done. We didn't even dream of having all 4 up and secured, so we're so happy that that's where we've got to this week. And in the next few videos, what you're going to see us doing is putting the roof onto the building and also installing the window and the door. So make sure you stay tuned for those ones coming up soon. We have all 4 walls in place, attached to each other, braced and attached into the floor. So this is where we're going to leave it for this week. We really hope that you've enjoyed watching us construct the walls of what is going to be our little cabin in the woods, and we can't wait to share the next steps with you. If you're not subscribed to our channel and you want to see how this all unfolds, then please do consider subscribing. At the moment, we're posting about every 2 to 3 weeks when we have things to share with you. As most of you know, we're based in Barcelona and we come down to our land as frequently as we can, but we don't necessarily have weekly videos to share every time. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, and every time we put a video live, you'll get notified. In the meantime, we really hope that you've enjoyed this episode of the Cabin Build series. Please give us a huge thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.
Filming that.